Driving her home, y'all. Let's go.
972-736-7373. David Dustin and Moneyworks Group. Reinvent your tomorrow with confidence and guarantees.
RJ Choppy here, my good friends over at QC Kinetics. Get you healthy, keep you healthy. We are going to deal with your joint pain. We're going to take you into the new year, getting rid of all that joint pain. Knees, hips, back, shoulders, elbows, ankles, wherever it may be. QC Kinetics has got you covered. Forget about that surgery. Forget about the steroid shots. Spend time with your family. Spend time with your friends with QC Kinetics right here at DFW. I did this 2021. Right elbow, right shoulder, left elbow, left shoulder pain. It was terrible. It was crippling. I needed my life back. I got it back with QC Kinetics. They don't believe that you need to have surgery. They don't believe that you need to have downtime. They believe you need restorative, regenerative medicine, allows your body's own healing properties to target those aching joints. You feel alive again. QC Kinetics, 972-972-8610. Dallas, Fort Worth, Plano, Grapevine, 972-972-8610. No drugs, no steroids, no surgery, no downtime. QC Kinetics, 972-972-8610.
Things are stacking up. Your tax bill's coming due shortly. Your credit card bills are higher. You have the holidays coming. Time to get ahead of the game and get things consolidated to a lower rate with a home equity loan or second lien home equity loan with TexasLending.com. Rates have fallen. Get a great deal today. Find out what you can get with TexasLending.com.
We got 4201 Spring Valley Road, Suite 1150, Dallas, Texas, 75244. NMLS number 2297. Equal housing lender.
Hello, seniors 65 and older. Want more personalized health care? Then check out Centerwell Senior Primary Care in DeSoto in the Walmart on West Beltline Road and I-35 East. At Centerwell, your senior-focused doctor spends more one-on-one time with you. You really feel heard, not hurried. Also, current patients enjoy
I'm tired, y'all. Just did some overtime today.
Access to the care team. Schedule a tour of Centerwell DeSoto.
Driving home, some sports talk video.
If you're an
What's up?
HVAC service tech, then listen up. I'm Jeff Stewart with Reliant Air Conditioning. We're offering huge sign-on bonuses to join our team. Our service techs enjoy top pay and plenty of work year-round, even in the winter. We don't have sales quotas, and we're proud to be family-owned and operated. To see how large of a sign-on bonus you qualify for, call us at 877-YOUR-HERO or apply online at ReliantAirConditioning.com. This segment of the fan is brought to you by the City of Grand Prairie.
Discover the magic of Main Street Magic in downtown Grand Prairie. With twinkling lights, joyful shows, the holiday pet parade, even a dazzling drone show. Come meet Santa and make memories that sparkle. Main Street Magic, deep in the heart of everything in Grand Prairie.
This is the exclusive of Dallas Cowboys football. KRLD FM and HD1, Dallas Cowboys. Let's go, Cowboys. Another C Sports Station. Driven by our D&M Racing Studios. This is Sean and RJ on 105.3 The Fan.
Rogers under center, crouching, gets his head. He'll take the handoff. He'll drop back, 7, wind up, pass down the middle, caught the goal line. In stride, it's a touchdown. Grabbed by Marquez, foul goes, Sterling hip high. At the goal line, right down the middle. 19-yard touchdown pass, Aaron Rodgers. And the Steelers pull their lead early in the third. 13-3 over Miami.
Kevin Harlan with the call on Westwood 1, 28-15. The Pittsburgh Steelers with even more of a stranglehold in the AFC North. 8-6, they lead the way. The Ravens are 7-7, so I guess it's not really a stranglehold. And Pittsburgh has won 2 straight. So 28-15, Aaron Rodgers supposedly going out. Do we believe that this will be Rodgers last year?
Yes.
Yeah.
When you're sitting there literally like I am in a hoodie, on comeback with the ball 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage on a tush push with your hands in your pocket, standing completely erect. See it.
I don't know if that's an indicator. Like 2 years ago, is he going to be running the tush push?
He felt more like a football player 2 years ago, although he's finally wearing a real football player helmet this year. That's nice.
So I was just looking at this, and I thought they'd made references. So it's actually, and this is so freaking stupid. The Ravens, with as bad as they've been this year, they are in control of their own destiny. If they win out, they're in, because they've got Pittsburgh at the end of the season.
What?
So if they win out, Pittsburgh can do whatever they want. It won't matter. But the rest of their games, they've got New England this weekend, then they've got on the road Green Bay, on the road to Pittsburgh. So I don't think Baltimore's doing that.
All right, the Commanders have decided to shut down Jaden Daniels for the final 3 games, as they should. So any help you're facing or hoping from Philadelphia with a miracle from them to lose out will not happen with Jaden Daniels. It'll be Marcus Mariota again. And, of course, the Cowboys on Christmas.
Solid team building exercise here by Washington. No point in going out there and playing Jade. I mean, I guess you could make the argument that you want to give him more work, right? Just to give him work because he is a second-year player. But this is a guy that you need desperately, and you need the picks. You need the picks, stockpile them, maybe trade down if you have to, whatever.
Boy, the numbers and the career trajectory, it's creepy. It's very RG3-like so far through 2 years. Like, if you want to talk about, like, the first season, I remember we were tracking it last year. There were so many different times where it's like his performances were creepily lining up of just like, and in week 5, he had the exact same number of passing yards in the exact same score game against the Bengals. Like, it was that close. And if you look at RG3 this year for Jaden Daniels looks just like a combination of RG3's second and third year. So RG3's third season, he went 2-5 and had to cut short with injuries. Jaden Daniels went 2-5 this year and had to cut short with injuries. His completion percentage, his QBR, everything like that, it's like within a point of all of RG3's second year numbers.
Everyone is also comparing Brady to Mahomes in terms of like year 1 Super Bowl and then year 9 getting injured as Mahomes has the surgery in Dallas from Dr. Cooper on the ACL and the LCL.
Biggest problem with that comparison is that when Brady got hurt, Brady was clearly continuing to ascend. Like, he had been climbing every year. He was getting better, and he was just coming off of the most ridiculous season we've ever seen. Mahomes has been. That's gonna be a fascinating thing to watch. Is him coming back off of this injury with him already feeling like some people are like, is he not totally playing great? Although a lot of people right now are blaming Andy Reid for it. Barnwell had written some big defense of Reid the other day, I guess. I can't remember who it was. One of the big analytics guys quote tweeted it and just started destroying Barnwell. I was like, coaches age out of things. Like they can be innovative and creative, and then they stop doing so. And that's Andy Reid. Reid's getting a lot of criticism from analytics people just losing creativity.
Thanks for crediting me, Bobby. Appreciate it.
We talked the analytics guy.
We talked about it last week.
2 things this morning, just right over it has been.
When did you say it? I missed it.
Yesterday?
I don't remember you saying it.
Yeah, because I mean, last week we talked about how
he was out.
It just seems that their entire offense is.
I should have said a cross. So Bobby would have heard it.
Their entire offense just seems to be Mahomes drops back and then runs around. There's no structure.
Yeah.
There's no schedule to the offense. No timing. Backyard football.
Phillip Rivers is going to play again the national spotlight Monday Night Football against the San Francisco 49ers in Indy.
That's sweet. That's very nice.
And R.J. Choppy's quarterback rant it did not go viral yesterday.
I know.
Zach Wolchuk did not know R.J. Choppy.
Yeah, I thought, this was everybody loved it. I got rave reviews of the fan text, and then, someone, Carter, didn't decide to put it up there because, I don't know, whatever. Aiden was sick.
Yeah.
Josh is sick.
Yeah.
Everyone's out. Peyton was out. Peyton was sleeping.
Maybe someone can post with Phillip Rivers announced as the Monday night starter, R.J. Choppy. R.J. Choppy is the only one in America not happy with Phillip Rivers starting Monday night.
Post up there, Aiden. Get the video from yesterday.
There you go. 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock? I think it was around 8 o'clock. I'm enjoying watching him. It's just the state of football, quarterbacking.
8:20.
Yeah, it's just the state of quarterbacking.
It's just the state of the buddy system that exists in the NFL.
Now, assuming a 44-year-old doesn't get hurt this week in practice, yes, he'll play. I'm going to set the number. 145.5 on the passing yards.
Higher or lower? Under.
It may not be 145 intended air yards. So I'm going to say under.
I'll say under against San Francisco's defense. They're still 10-4. I was surprised the over-under for this game is actually 45.5.
Oh, yeah. I
was surprised.
Yeah, that seems a little high.
There needs to be like 11 dudes on the line of scrimmage anticipating Phillip Rivers dump-offs.
Yeah.
That's all that's coming. So Phillip Rivers is going to play again. Of course, Micah Parsons has, in fact, torn the ACL, and he faces a 9-month recovery at least, according to Ian Rappaport. Zach Wilczek nominated this, sent this to us for a worst take nominee. This is Ryan Clark on ESPN explaining why Micah got hurt.
Micah Parsons is hurt because of Bo Nix. And I'm not saying it's one of those things that's Bo Nix's fault, but the violence in which Micah Parsons had to chase Bo Nix the entire second half was extremely evident, whether it was the touchdown to Bandy, the throw to Troy Franklin, getting outside the pocket and finding Lil Jordan Humphrey. You could see that Micah Parsons was the one person in pursuit of Bo Nix the entire day. And on the injury and on the play he was hurt, Bo Nix attempted to get outside. He found Mims, and you could see Micah redirect in order to keep him in the pocket. That was part of what he'd seen the entire night and the way Bo Nix was able to attack that defense. Bo Nix was amazing last night, and it's sad you lose a great player like Micah Parsons, but it was because of the effort he needed to give in order to get to do it.
It's not a bad take necessarily. It's a clickbait way to position what you were saying. To go, he got hurt because of Bo Nix.
I think it's a bad take.
I think the whole little, he's trying to say he got hurt because of Bo Nix. Then people are, is he saying Bo Nix did something dirty? And then he goes, because Bo Nix was so good, he had to run around and chase him. In theory,
it's not Mike Vick.
No, but Nix, I'm going to clarify.
Micah Parsons runs with that type of athleticism every damn week. For the way he chases people down and changes.
Yeah, if you want to say it was one of the more awkward positions you can see an edge rusher in, though, when he was lunging. So, but that's literally any quarterback that would have been moving that. I don't think that's a special thing to Nix.
You think he knows? Well, that's why it's a bad take. So, but you think he said it in a way in which it would get aggregated?
He was clearly wanting the headline so that people go, "What?
Yeah. Bo Nix is a dirty player."
Yes, Bo Nix is so great. That's a clever way to put it.
Around the NFL here on Sean and RJ, Jerry Jones coming up at 8:30. How irritated will he be with the Trayvon Diggs questions? And please, Jerry, don't play Dak in the starters the rest of the season. But we have an unfortunate Dallas Mavericks report after Cooper Flag made history. That's next on Sean and RJ.
But hair loss is frustrating. It affects everything, man. Confidence, appearance, even the way you show up in the world. There's a place at DFW. Thousands of men have taken control of their hair again. The Paragon Hair Clinic, and it's what set Dr. Mark Bashara apart. The bio-enhanced robotic hair restoration combined state-of-the-art robotics with your body's natural growth factors harvested through advanced PRP techniques to optimize healing, improve hair growth, both with and without transplant. The result, natural looking density. There's no scarring. Average downtime just 2 to 3 days. Dr. Bashara, most experienced hair surgeon at DFW, performed the first robotic hair transplant in Texas and the first in the entire Southwest more than 13 years ago. One of 500 surgeons worldwide, certified by the American Board of Hair Restoration Surgery. He's got over 3 million grafts placed. One surgeon, one team, 3 robots. You're in the hands of someone who does this at the highest level. If you notice some thinning hair loss, don't play around with it. Go to the pros and take care of you. Schedule your office visit. Consultation can be virtually or in office. Mark Bashara, MD.com. Mark Bashara, MD.com or 817-473-2120. Tell them RJ Choppy for the fan section.
The more time you give, the more our crush grows. Together we continue to build something special. Keep turning it on and leaving it on 105.3 The Fan and the Odyssey iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps.
Shop best of season produce at Whole Foods Market. Save on medium Hass avocados from Mexico through December 16th. Mash and add cilantro, lime juice, and chopped onions for instant holiday party dip. While supplies last, shop in-store or online.
This is Nick Post with K-Post Roofing, Waterproofing, and Solar. While Texas weather puts your roof to the ultimate test, even if your roof seems fine, dead leaks could be causing extensive water damage, dangerous mold, and even structural issues. Don't wait for the problems to get worse. Schedule your free roof inspection today and enjoy peace of mind. With over 20 years of expertise, K-Post delivers reliable roofing, waterproofing, and solar solutions. Take advantage of our complimentary roof inspection today by visiting kpostcompany.com. K-Post is your commercial and residential roofing, waterproofing, and solar experts, securing your world since 2004.
If you're a first-time home buyer, you need to call TexasLending.com. We have some great deals. You don't realize just how low the down payments may be, and we have down payment assistance programs at TexasLending.com. We have people all over Texas, so call us today for your pre-approval letter, and it's a free call. Call TexasSunday.com if you're that first-time home buyer, or if you're buying your second or third home. Call us today. We got
4201 Spring Valley Road, Suite 1150, Dallas, Texas, 75244. NMLS number 2297. Equal housing lender.
We've all seen it at games. A fan holds up a sign that says, "Believe." Well, Ford offers vehicles you can believe in, like F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. That's why your Texas Ford dealers are a proud sponsor, the official vehicle of the Dallas Cowboys and proud sponsor of Believing, based on 1977 to 2024 CY total sales. Ford is the best in Texas.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here. Former Cowboys segment. You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Here's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Welcome to the world of WinStar, the casino of the Dallas Cowboys, where 10,000 electronic games plus roulette, craps, and blackjack is just the beginning. Get lost in our 2-story luxury spa, rest in one of our vast hotel towers, and catch the biggest names in music and comedy at the spectacular Lucas Oil Line, all just 1 hour north of DFW. So come live in the wild at the world of WinStar. Please game responsibly.
Hi, it's Pete Thompson from the consumer team. Every year, the summer heat puts a real strain on your HVAC system, which means it needs a tune-up before it gets cold and you turn on the heat. Call the On-Time experts today and get their fall tune-up, normally $199 for just $59. Your system will get a thorough cleaning and maintenance, and you'll get a stay warm guarantee for this winter, too. Book your appointment now at theontimeexperts.com. theontimeexperts.com. The On-Time Experts, the official HVAC partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Guys, thanks for helping me carry my Christmas tree.
Zoe, this thing weighs a ton.
Look with your legs, man.
He's talking to you, Bridges.
I'm not that.
Of course he did, right, Santa?
You know, it's like a Drewski here. He has a nice legs.
And hell, I'm 6'3". What everyone wants is iPhone 17. And at T-Mobile, you can get it on them. That center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies, right, Mrs. Claus?
I'm Mrs. Claus's much younger sister. And at T-Mobile, there's no trade-in needed when you switch, so you can keep your old phone.
Or give it as a gift.
And the best part, you can make the switch to T-Mobile from your phone in just 15 minutes.
The holidays are better at T-Mobile.
Chevrolet has become an all-in-the-family business for the KNC Masterpiece. Corey told me to go there to buy my brand new car. 5 years later and 4 new cars later, I love Platinum Chevrolet. Now we've got our producer Alec in the Platinum Chevrolet business as well.
You walk in and you gently ask for GM Justin Rudd. He's going to be happy to see you and take care of you because he loves a Tolo. And the price you see online is the price you're going to pay. Visit PlatinumChevyTexas.com. Further to save a life. Chevrolet, together with Tom.
And it's back to Sean Arjun right here on 105.3, the fan segment. Having somebody personal and yours. Franco and Franco, if you've been injured, they call first 30. With Franco, there's never an out-of-pocket cost. They only get paid when you win. Franco, the go-to car track attorneys in Dallas. Goes the clock. 9, down to 7, down to 5.
The Dallas Mavericks lost the battle, but they win the war. They lost the game, but the war is Cooper Flag, and knowing that you have a legit absolute stud with the #1 pick, and those questions are answered. The most points ever by an 18-year-old in NBA history. He's averaging 25.7 over the last 7 games, and he dropped 42 last night in a loss against the Utah Jazz.
He's tremendous. I mean, he is not going to be. It's a different player than Luka, but he is living up to the number 1 pick in the draft. Is he generational? I mean, that's to be determined. But you can absolutely say, I think that you made, without question, the right pick at this point. And that he has been billed as the number 1 pick and the surefire number 1 pick and as advertised. And I love the fact they lost because it keeps the dream alive of staying in the top of this next coming draft. Because the last 3 times I have simulated the draft, and I just did it. Time number 1 simulation, we went all the way up to number 3. Time number 2, 3rd simulation went to number 1. Now this time, 3rd simulation went to number 3. So I'm saying, deductive reasoning would tell me, Sean, that we have a 1 in 3 chance of getting in the top 3.
And there's that report a couple weeks ago that NBA insiders are saying if Flagg was in this draft, he would go 4th.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, unfortunately, the odds and the probability are going to drop if the Mavericks have their say, because The Athletic reported that they are signaling a desire to be competitive for the rest of the season, even though their first-round pick is the last of their own firsts until 2031. The Mavericks have won 5 of 6 games. This is before last night, and they think it would be difficult to meaningfully improve their lottery odds compared to where they are now because of the gulf in talent between the Mavs roster and the NBA dregs populating the bottom of each conference. That does not mean the Mavs are unwilling to be sellers ahead of the February 5th trade deadline. They are expected to listen to offers, but they're acting as though they are comfortable keeping the core of their roster intact through the rest of the season, and maybe you trade Anthony Davis in the offseason.
Well, I got a good way that they could change that talent gap between them and the dregs of the NBA, and that's by trading some of their better players. Like, let's go. What are we waiting for? You know, I know you want a 2 to 3 week window to see, like, hey, you know, I mean, the obvious one. Okay, all right, that's obvious number 1, and then you start getting rid of some of that depth. You know, does Gafford have a lot of value to you? You know, how much of the role guys do you really want around here?
So we need to figure out trading Anthony Davis now versus after the year.
That's the question. I get, because this article, I understand, I can rationalize what the Mavericks thinking is. The article does not claim that the Mavericks plan on building around Anthony Davis and keeping him here for 5 years. This would be the question of, they don't feel they have to trade him right now. They can wait till the summer to do it. And their thought process is apparently let him rebuild some of that value, because we were hearing Bassick was like, he wouldn't go for Doritos right now or whatever he said. And then you've got a lot of insiders, Tim Bontemps, others who are like, he wouldn't go for as much as people think right now. So they're trying to rebuild his value, and then, okay, we can maximize it. He has a good season. We trade him for 1 summer. But the other end of that is also, yeah, but he gets hurt all the time. He might get hurt again, and you might destroy the value even more.
Yeah. Ryan Russillo, I brought this up when you were out, Bobby. Ryan Russillo brought up a good point. He goes, and I think he was right over us and what we were saying over the past month or two. Okay, Anthony Davis comes and plays for 20, 25 games. Mm-hmm. So what? What are you rebuilding? We know the deal already. We know the reality. He's going to get hurt again.
Yeah.
He's going to be 20 and 10 when he plays. He's going to give you a lot of all-star moments, but he's going to get hurt. So rebuilding the value for what? He comes back and he plays 20 straight games. No NBA team is going to say, I don't think, okay, now I think the magic elixir has been found.
Yeah, when did we, and even though it did work out, when did we finally feel good about Kyrie Irving? A year and a half? Mm. Like, he had to show it for longer than a half a season or whatever. Like, we needed to see him do that for Anthony Davis.
You know how long those two played together, by the way? The new plan, how long it lasted?
Was it just the Rockets game?
2.5 quarters.
2.5 quarters! It's almost a full game.
You mentioned, like, you talked about how, it's great that Dak's been healthy, but, like, this may be the only season where he's up. That's what people will think if Anthony Davis is healthy the rest of the way. They'll be like, yeah, well, that may be the only time he's ever healthy again, because that's not normal for him.
Dallas Stars!
A high one-timer star! Beck was in front and got the redirection. The Stars take the lead. 13:48 to play.
Stars get the 4-1 victory over the Kings. Gulletson was happy with the effort against a scrappy team. And Miko, I got to see where he is in the MVP odds. You got Robo as an MVP candidate, but Miko with the dagger after they let up. Basically an own goal.
It basically, yes, was an own goal to Smith on a 5-on-3. Kings were on a 5-on-3, and he's trying to get the puck out and pass it, and it just doesn't work. It kind of whiffs, and it goes right to the stick of a Kings player, and he scores it to give him an early 1-zip lead. The Stars able to come back and win this one. They pick up 2 points. Colorado hadn't played, so they go from 6 back in points to 4 back, and they pick up 2 on Minnesota, who was also idle, so they go from 4 up to 6 up on them, and that's huge because, man, Minnesota made a Quinn Hughes trade, and that was it was a blockbuster. Like, he is a solid player, like really, really good, a massive upgrade for them. They gave up a lot to get him, but he is one of those players that, like, okay, game, but they beat the Stars, they see one win against them, and they're like, game on. We're going to go for it.
According to the odds right now at FanDuel.
Oh God, you went to another website for once.
Jason Robertson is 9th in the odds at plus 6,000.
Wow.
And Mikko Rantanen is 15th at plus 12,500.
Whoa.
That's on FanDuel. Nathan McKinnon right now is minus 220.
That's the favorite?
Yeah, he's 7. He's 7.
All right. We have another concert ticket giveaway in the 9 o'clock hour. Tommy Yarsh, DallasCowboys.com. But Bobby thinks this will be the testiest Jerry Jones interview of our season so far. Tuesdays at 8:30. Jerry joins us next on Sean and RJ 105.3 The Fan. But let me go ahead and get you over to Wild Fork Foods. Props to all the Tolos who again came out to the Frisco location this past Saturday, taking advantage of the buy 2 and save. You save per pound on their number 1 seller.
Okay, so that's
sound like Peyton now. The picanha. You buy one, it's $9.98 a pound. You buy in pairs, it's $8.98 a pound. And you can shop their wild savings as well. A whole duck at $3.98 a pound. Boneless lamb leg roast, $4.98. How about that ribeye roast for the Christmas serve?
I'm gonna keep seeing Mercedes cars. After I said I don't see Mercedes cars, and they all ugly. Now I'm gonna keep seeing them until I find one that's legit. Most of them are
going to buy this past weekend. You got the bone-in Berkshire smoked ham, $5.48 a pound. And when I picked up the Wild Fork ribeye, that special VIP, it is not as expensive as you think, and they were serving it up to all the Tolos who came out this Saturday to the Frisco location. They have 9 DFW locations overall, and of course the website to go shopping and get lost. WildForkFoods.com. Wild Fork. Tell them Sean fans say, coming up on the next KNC Masterpiece, we got the Tuesday tailgate and yet another Stars and Mavs super segment. Plus, as a Cowboys fan, have you accepted reality yet? Join the show 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on The Fan.
Pros don't just show up. They prove how it's done with precision and without shortcuts. Makita tools are built the same way with a dedication to lasting quality, trusted performance, and results that reward your effort year after year. When the job calls for the best, call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio. The place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, Tolos, RJ Choppy here, buddy.
This was behind me. Another Mercedes. I talk trash about Mercedes. Now I keep seeing them now.
QC Connect's got you covered. You head on over there and you get healthy, just like I did back in 2021. I had gone through a couple of years of steroid injections and a couple of years of surgery chatter, and it just didn't do anything for me. It wasted my time, really. Wasted time, wasted money, wasted my pain tolerance. The steroid injections work for a couple of months, They don't actually fix anything. They just mask the pain, numbs the pain. QC Kinetics actually heals your injuries, just like being natural biologics, restorative or regenerative options, allows your body's own healing properties to target those aching joints. Do it at QC Kinetics. Get them healthy again. Get yourself healthy. It's a great time because at the end of the year, use your HSA or your FSA before it runs out. 972-972-8610. 972-972-8610. Dallas, Fort Worth, Plano, Grapevine, QC Kinetics. 972-972-8610.
This is Ryan Watson, owner of Alliance Hyundai. During the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, we have over 600 vehicles in stock, like the all-new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe. Every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, and owner's assurance. Visit us at AllianceHyundai.net today.
Welcome to the world of WinStar, the casino of the Dallas Cowboys, where 10,000 electronic games plus roulette, craps, and blackjack is just the beginning. Get lost in our 2-story luxury spa, rest in one of our vast hotel towers, and catch the biggest names in music and comedy at the spectacular Lucas Oil Live, all just 1 hour north of DFW. So come live in the wild at the world of WinStar. Please game responsibly.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback.
Yes! Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
Most people don't think about their garage door until it quits working. It's time to call the doctor, Garage Door Doctor. We've been Houston's go-to for over 35 years, and now the doctor is in the Big D. Call Garage Door Doctor or schedule online at garagedoordoctor.biz.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER at Grainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter. Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Right now to try it free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Try it free. On Deep Cowboys Dive on Love of the Star, DFW's #1 Cowboys podcast with Brian Brothers, Zach Wolchuk, and Eric Giafalo, presented by the On Time Experts, keeping Cowboys fans comfortable all season long. Subscribe to Love of the Star wherever your favorite podcasts are found.
It is now time for the Jerry Jones Show, brought to you by your North Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas. Here on Sean and RJ, along with our Cowboys insider, Bobby Belt. And we'll be joined by Jerry momentarily, who is in New York to be inducted into the National Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame.
I don't know that you would find much disagreement with that among anyone. He's a sports broadcasting Hall of Famer for sure.
Okay, but in terms of as an executive,
I think his
Big with the NFL Network.
I think if you
or
talk
is
about
it his?
NFL Network TV deals and then his own interviews. I think specifically these interviews.
Yeah, these are big.
So his on-air Well, one question I've always wanted to ask Jerry. We're still waiting on it, right, Peyton?
Yes, yeah, he's having phone issues right now. They're trying to get that cleared up.
All right. I've always wanted to ask Jerry off to the side. You're obviously a master at keeping the Cowboys #1 without having the championship success. What would your radio advice be? I wanted to ask that not on the radio because I didn't want the other leeches listening to go ahead and take Jerry's golden entertainment advice and have their ratings boost.
Right.
But I've always wanted. What do you think he would say? Do you think he would just say, mix it up, keep it interesting? Like if Jerry Jones was the program director of a radio station, would they dominate and own all the ratings? I've always wondered that because he's had a love for broadcasting. I want to ask him that, but at the end of this, because we got a lot of serious stuff to get to.
Yeah, I think he would want you to mix it up. I think it'd be edgy, you know?
All right, so I want to ask him all the broadcasting stuff at the end, but we got to get down to business with Jerry Jones joining us from New York, brought to you by your North Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas. Good morning, Jerry. How are you?
John, RJ, how are you guys doing?
We're okay. How are you doing?
Well, I'm a little somber.
Yeah.
But other than that, we're 2 days after the game and got a lot to think about.
So, Jerry, obviously not in the position you want to be in. Why do you think, just kind of looking back on the season or just recapping things, you guys have ended up at this point with a 1% chance of the playoffs?
Well, don't you agree that's multifaceted? There's a lot of reasons. You've got a lot of games that you've got to analyze and a lot of play time. So I would say this, that generally speaking, I have been very, very pleased with how the offense has played so far this year. And that played to expectations. We certainly suffered when we lost continuity in that offensive line. We've benefited from some great play from receivers. We've had great tight end play. And we've had some excellent running back play. On the defense, we've been a hodgepodge of let's say, injury caused issues, having players that weren't at the top of their game or on their way in from recovering from injury. So, bottom line, I'd say that we've been pretty off balance because of the way our defense has presented the issues regarding our defense, which I didn't expect.
Jerry, you mentioned the defense there. Last couple of games, you had some success early on getting to J.J. McCarthy and Jared Goff with a good pass rush, right? Getting them kind of off schedule. That disappeared as the game wore on. What explanation have you been given about why the pressure was being stopped?
Well, you can see this pretty obviously if you look at your tape, look at your games, look at your film. You can see where your weaknesses in that particular game plan or the weakness in the scheme because of how you're manned up, how your personnel is. But you can see those weaknesses, and I'd say that generally our secondary has which would be, I would actually in this definition include our linebackers. I would think our secondary has been, if you will, quite a challenge for us this year, both from continuity of knowing and executing as well as personnel. And that came about because of really as much as anything is injury and relying on, if you will, the system calls for good communication. It calls for a lot of repetition time. And when you break down there, you can have some holes in it. And so we've been challenged from that standpoint right there. I've been a little surprised. It's good to have Overshawn back, but I've been surprised that what we've been able to do with our linebackers. They're generally charged with calling the play, lining them up, quarterback on the defensive side. That area there has been a challenge for us that we've continued to struggle with.
Jerry, the offense moved the ball pretty well. Some of the drives, especially the second half, stalled out, settled for field goals. Do you think Shoddy's a little conservative when it comes to settling for field goals instead of going for it on fourth down and short and plus territory?
Not necessarily. We thought if we could get that running game going Sunday, that would be give us a chance to sustain those drives. You always want to sustain those drives. We early when we had opportunities, and we had opportunities all day long Sunday. And that's one thing to point out is not only Sunday, but against Detroit the week before. It wasn't that we didn't have opportunities to really have a different outcome in those games. And so but in both cases, I will say that Detroit, as well as what we were playing against Minnesota, we in the case of Minnesota, we let their quarterback have a big day on us. That wasn't the plan. We could have used more pressure without a question at different times. And the result was that we let him make some pretty significant plays out there. Plus, he played pretty well. But seems like we're always saying that about these quarterbacks, some of them that haven't played as well. But when they play us, they play better. I think that's telling, too. So, candidly, to just be very upfront about it, I think if we could have gotten this defense in better shape earlier, that we could be sitting here with some kind of wins that would have not had us in this tight spot.
Jerry Jones joining us here on 105 through the Fan. Jerry, is whether you've talked a lot about the defense here already, is whether Matt Eberflus returns as your coordinator going to be determined by how the team finishes over these next 3 weeks?
Well, I think that should be a big criteria because these 3 games are vital to us. They're important to us. We don't play a game that's not important to us. It's vital to these players. They're a part of the team here that can get out here, and really, as long as you've got the opportunity to have some good things happen, you should take it because I've seen it happen. But yes, how we play over these next few weeks will be a big criteria because I think really we're at one of the peaks of our healthiness right now. And so if we can step out there's some question about our left tackle, but it was Guyton. But if we can step out there and have 3 good games, then I think that all should go in the decision making.
Jerry, is part of the struggles on defense, you think, an issue of maybe some of the players just don't fit naturally with the scheme that Matt Eberflus runs?
No, it's more than an adage. The coaching is putting players that taking the things they do best and adapting your scheme to it. And there's always that chicken and egg thing. Well, the players might have been better if you had more of a pressure attack. You want a bend don't break team. Those type of cliches. But no, I'm satisfied that the players we have fit what we're trying to do really well.
Jerry Jones right here on 105.3 The Fan. Jerry, we have Coach Schottenheimer on. He told us last Friday, and we heard and played what you said about Trayvon Diggs' health being the reason he's not out there. Schotty told us Friday he was pretty healthy. Diggs spoke after the game and said he was good to go. Where's the miscommunication?
There's no miscommunication. I've never seen a player that usually wasn't wanting out there earlier than he got out there. He felt like he could go. I've never seen him. No, I've seen a lot of players say they couldn't go. But when you are rehabbing, when you're coming back, then it falls into that world where you go out and practice. And when you practice, you're asked to do things the way they're going to be presented to you in a game. And if because of your, I call it because of your health, you might, and your own personal way you play the game, and he's really, Diggs has a very unique way, in my mind, that he contributes to a team. And you've got to absolutely be at the top of your game because he will basically at times go away from the scheme to make a great play. And when he doesn't make that play, you can have a bad play. And so if you're not capable And I've seen Deion Sanders, I've seen Diggs make plays that others can't make. But boy, you got to be very capable physically of making those plays. When he is practicing, he's not convincing the ones that make those decisions. He's not convincing them that he's ready to make those kinds of plays.
That's a good answer.
Jerry, do you guys feel at all like some of Trayvon's lingering injury issues are related to the fact that he rehabbed outside the facility this offseason?
Well, I've never been satisfied. We have a serious commitment in all of our agreements that says unless it was bargained out in the negotiation that you should be there under the supervision of our rehab. But that's a must, and that's why that's in there, is so that we can be satisfied that you've taken those times during the off season when you have surgery or you have rehab, that you do it under the supervision and under the guidance and the, if you will, pushing the intensity of our own supervision. When you don't have that, it's been my experience that the rehab is compromised.
Jerry, do you feel like Trayvon as a player and a sort of locker room presence has been different or changed since you guys signed him to the extension?
Again, I don't want to go there. I think injury is the big issue.
Jerry Jones joined us here at 105, The Fan. All eyes this week were on George Pickens. His numbers game was not massive, didn't have a massive numbers game. Were you satisfied with the effort that he put out on the tape?
Well, let's put it like this. They did a good job of mitigating him, and it was effective. But as far as his effort, I would have liked to seen him make a few of those outstanding catches that he makes, but I'd like to have seen Dak with more time to get him the ball. And that was the main concern. That was the main reason that he probably wasn't more productive, is just the way we were schemed and the kind of pressure that Dak got.
Has anything changed in the last 2 weeks regarding your desire to bring him back next year in the future?
No.
Jerry Jones joining us here on 105 through the Fan. Jerry, with obviously some long odds facing guys that make the postseason at this point, do you worry at all that you may have lost one of the healthiest seasons Dak Prescott has left?
Well, when we extended Dak, we were well aware of his injury history. And that's one of the big angst from a managing of your resources. That's one of the big challenges, that you have to weigh downtime. You have to weigh injury time. I will tell you, there's nobody that gets himself in a better position to not wait to lose time than Dak. He's outstanding. His preparation, his work ethic. For him to do that and be at the quarterback position is rare. And so that's one of the big reasons that we have him as our quarterback. So you see the benefits of it when you have a season like we've had this year. But to his credit and Schottenheimer's credit, they've implemented an offense here that gives him a better protection in my mind. And he's been excellent at getting that ball out. And he's been excellent at just mixing it up, and his reads that have not had him have some of the physical, if you will, action that he's had in his past career. What I'm trying to say is that I think the way we're playing the game, the way Shotty wants to run our offense, the way we want him to be a part of our future, gives us a better chance to have him on the field than we had in, let's say, his first 5 or 6 years. So that's a long answer to a must that, we lose a lot, but we don't have Dak out there, of course.
Jerry, if Philadelphia wins on Saturday, you guys are eliminated. If that happens, What is the plan for Dak and some of the other starters after you guys are officially eliminated in terms of playing them with nothing on the line?
Well, we'll worry about that circumstance when the time comes, but a win is very, very important in the NFL. And a win is important to me. And a win does a lot of positive things. I don't care when it happens. And we owe it to that mirror. And we owe it certainly to our fans that we want to walk out there and be competitive. We will not try for a draft position. We won't be looking at anything like that. We'll be out there playing football, and we'll bring them to play. So that's a long-winded way of saying we'll play football under whatever the circumstances are. If we were getting ready to go into the playoffs, which is the circumstances you're talking about as being eliminated from the playoffs. If we were getting ready to go into the playoffs and in 3 weeks we were lining up for our first playoff game, you might give his status a lot of consideration. Because you're more in there healthy for the playoffs.
Jerry Jones joining us here on Sean and RJ on 105 through the Fan. Jerry, we know how much you want another Super Bowl. You've talked before about how the check you would write, if you could see it, it would just be embarrassing. But how far away does that fourth one feel for you right now?
Well, I'm not in any way. I love the bones of our team. I love the fundamentals in our team right now. And we've got some outstanding players, and we're in good shape with how we've structured our salary cap. And I really like the idea that we've got some extra picks. I like what we've done throughout this year and putting some cornerstones in place that will help us as we go forward. So when I look at our future looks very bright. And again, I think we've got key players at key positions. We've got some great draft picks ahead of us, and we've got some salary cap room to pay it. That's the reason we've made some of our decisions we've made. Don't pay any attention to I read where we don't have much cap room. Well, I think everybody understands that the real test of your cap room is how you manage and put dollars and spread dollars out. We've got more spread out room than we would have had or we've had in the past.
And Jerry, you have a lot of those options because of the big Micah deal. Awful injury for him. Do you have any reaction to Micah being hurt for the year and just kind of looking back on how that trade worked out for you guys?
Well, I'm sad for Micah but that's quite a challenge. And I wish him the very best on his recovery. And but hopefully I'll never forget, I always use this. Michael Irvin said when he had his big surgery during his, I think, second year with the Cowboys, he said he realized what football really did mean to him. And he said the surgery really launched him into the best parts of his career because he got to feel what it might be like not to play again. And so there's a lot of things that ways you can couch this thing. But, Mike, I wish you the very best.
Jerry Jones here on Sean and RJ every Tuesday, 105 through the Fan. We will finish with this. You are in New York City to receive a tremendous honor, being inducted tonight into the National Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame. Congratulations. And Jerry, just speak on that honor for us.
Well, I am rewarded because I don't think there's ever been an owner of a sports team involved in the sports broadcasting Hall of Fame. And so it really is a daunting crew that you join when you look at the great names of broadcasting as it relates to sport. So it's quite an honor, and I'll be seeing a lot of really old friends and people that have really been a part of the really obvious evolving of what sports broadcasting has become. And to the the end I did. I'm glad to play the part in it.
Jerry, you've always been a visionary with a bunch of different things, including broadcasting and TV deals and networks. And you obviously understand entertainment. The Cowboys are number one, no matter what. What did you understand, or what do you understand about broadcasting, sports broadcasting, that maybe a lot of other people didn't see?
Well, I don't want to go as far as to say other people didn't see it.
Yeah.
But I've always had the highest appreciation for the value of something very unique. Directors and producers, as we know them, can't script live sports.
Yeah.
It is an impromptu happening, and it catches a situation with all of the preparation that goes into the game. And the ones that have done a great job of taken a play that can last for just seconds, and they can memorialize it and so that it's a part of history forevermore. Now that's broadcasting, and I'll never forget. I was involved in television before I became involved with the Cowboys, and I sold my interest in the station because I was trying to get the money together to buy the Cowboys. And I Love Lucy, the second reruns of I Love Lucy, the great comedy, came through, and it was unbelievably expensive. And you couldn't imagine paying that much money because there's no way to make any money. So I visited with a competitor, and he said, Jerry, he said, the drunks make all the money on TV. And I said, what do you mean by that? And he said, I Love Lucy comes in, you pay it. It immediately raises the cachet of our station to have I Love Lucy. And number two, when they buy I Love Lucy, they also have to buy some things at 11 o'clock at night. We make them, if they want to get in on I Love Lucy. And so he said that's called a lost leader. He said, and plus, once they get on your dial, they respect your dial more with that kind of programming. So when I got in the NFL, I told everybody, I said, we need to become the I Love Lucy of not just sports, but of broadcasting. And so it's been a goal to become what is known as a lost leader. But, I just couldn't have ever imagined the power of eyeballs, and that has evolved as time has gone along. But every time I've seen it happen and seen it work and saw these huge audiences out there, then you knew that you could help someone sell their product or service by having that much more interest by putting it along a broadcast of an NFL football game. So it's evolved. I'd like to say that I saw all of this coming, but I've been a part of it as it's evolved.
Well said. Congratulations, and thanks for answering all the tough questions this morning. Thank you, Jerry.
You bet, guys. Have a good day.
Jerry Jones, brought to you by North Texas Ford Dealers. Ford is the best in Texas. Bobby's making faces. That means we react to what Jerry just said and what it really means after this.
After we get you over to Platinum Ford in Terrell. It is, of course, Stephen Gilchrist Auto Store. Gilchrist Automotive, they're hooking you up with that brand new Ford car, truck, SUV, PlatinumFord.com. Right between I-20 and Highway 80. It is worth the short drive to Terrell to save a lot more on that brand new vehicle for the year-end sales event. Massive, massive savings, and you can get 0% APR for 60 months, 0 payments for 90 days on a Ford Escape, a Ford Explorer, a Transit van, a Super Duty, the F-150. How about 0% for 60 months or 72 months, whichever one you prefer, and 0 payments for 90 days on a Mach-E and a Ford Lightning. Oh, but they got lease options, baby. Let's go. Right now, the Mach-E, 48-month lease, $480 a month. You get a Bronco Sport and a Ranger, 48-month lease, $399 a month. F-150 Explorer, full-size Bronco, 48-month lease, $499 a month. Right now, PlatinumFord.com to customize it. Or drive a little further to save a lot more. Platinum Ford.
Hey, thanks for starting your day with Sean and RJ on 105.3 The Fan, YouTube, or on the Odyssey iHeart and TuneIn app.
This is Bummer Esiason with an Odyssey Sportsman.
Hey guys, thank you for watching my channel. I'm gonna give you some breakfast from Chick-fil-A. Listen to Jerry Jones, Cowboys fans. How you like that interview?
subscribe to my channel.
Methods are already being studied, especially his smarter, not harder approach. The Hoosiers practice only 6 hours per week. They're healthier and